So we've got the dinette on the side slide. If you have a wardrobe or something, obviously this probably wouldn't apply to you. I don't know how they built those and how they utilize the space, but there's a huge amount of dead space under this couch, which we were storing paper towels and stuff in there. We just lift the seat up to get in and out, which was fine, but it's a little cumbersome with the table there and whatnot. So I prefer to actually have a cabinet door here instead to access that space. So in order to accomplish this, I could have taken this seat out, but I chose to leave it in and just clamp it up so that I have room to work, which I still have plenty of room to work. I've got to move this outlet. We're going to move that over to that side. And some other, well, they've got a little junction box there because they brought power in to the slide with a cord, which is obviously what you want to do. You don't want to be moving this Romex around all the time. And then we've got some low voltage wires that I'm going to relocate probably up into that area somewhere, so that they're not in the way. Either way, we're not going to store anything too clunky in here. Probably just, like I said, paper towels and toilet paper, that sort of thing. Maybe some Kleenex, whatever. But what's really cool that I discovered is I replaced the cutting or the countertop extension with this cool cutting board my wife found. And the old cutting board is it obviously matches all the rest of the interior. The old cutting board is pretty much an ideal fit for a door, a slab door on this cabinet. Once I cut this panel out of here, and I just need a couple of hinges, a knob, and a door cap. Well, here's the finished product. As you can see, I moved the outlet over here. I couldn't bring myself to reuse that piece of trash push-in RV outlet that Host used, so I used a remodeler box I had laying around and a regular 15 amp outlet. I did end up cutting the door down a little bit to give myself some relief from the table bracket, as well as be able to land these hinges on the frame properly. So we've got great access under here now. Obviously all those wires that were here, I moved those, relocated those over there, and I made a kind of a shroud here to cover up the hole that goes under the slide and then protect the wires and the water lines that are coming up here. So, and yeah, I know I've got like 6 screw holes in this thing, and why does anybody need 6 screws to hold this shroud down? I have no idea. I need to I need to remind myself what I'm doing half the time. I overbuild stuff too often. Anyhow, yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out, but more importantly, my wife is. So take it easy.